Welcome to another episode of the Southwest Desert. I am your host, Alan. We will be delving into the legendary origins of the Hopi snake dance as told by a Hopi elder. Hit the subscribe button if you enjoyed this and want more tales of the Southwest. Also leave a like and comment. Our tale begins in a remote age on the lofty rims of the Grand Canyon, home to an ancestral tribe, forebears of the present-day Hopi snake clan. The tribe was governed by a wise chief, whose thoughtful young son often gazed ponderously into the canyon's depths, filled with wonder over the mysteries of the great river below. In that era, the Colorado River's full course was unknown. Fantastic theories abounded in the village over where its waters ultimately flowed. Some even claimed it tunneled straight through the earth itself. One day, the chief's son appealed to his father. "I believe the time has come to unravel the secrets of this river. I must journey down into the canyon to see where it leads. My spirit knows no peace until I follow this call." Recognizing the conviction in his son's eyes, the old chief nodded solemnly and gave his blessing. The young man devoted great care in planning his expedition, assembling durable provisions, carving a sturdy pole to push his boat along. Before he embarked, tribe members flooded the river's edge in ceremony. The local priest presented him with painted prayer feathers and food for protection on the harrowing passage ahead. Into the winding canyon maze the young adventurer plunged, riding out violent rapids, navigating around imposing cliffs and through dim grottos obscured in shadow. Many days passed in solitude before a bright horizon of sunlight and open plains emerged. His craft drifted west until the water turned salty. He had survived the entire river to reach the Pacific Ocean. Near a small coastal island, it came to rest. This land was supervised by Spider Woman, a powerful magical guardian. Her doorway was far too tiny, yet when the young man asked to come inside, her reply rang out, "Then make it bigger." He did as she asked and entered the lair to introduce himself. Understandably fatigued from his journey into the unknown, he said, "I have scaled a mighty river never before traversed by any tribal member. Now I hope to take something useful home for my people." Spider-Woman affirmed that indeed, in a dwelling across the sea lay a stash of magical coral beads, exactly the sort of wonderful prize he desired. But she warned the path there crawled with lethal beasts who would obstruct his access. Fortunately, the young man impressed Spider-Woman with his courage. She gave him her mystical blessing along with directions for quelling these animals' deadly tempers. Riding upon his ear, she guided him across a shimmering rainbow bridge extending over the waters toward his objective on the opposite shore. As anticipated, terrifying predators prowled the route, first a hulking mountain lion bearing its fangs. Yet a sprinkling of Spider-Woman's potion coupled with the prayer feathers pacified the scenario. The duo repeated her technique with each successive encounter, a roaring bear, fierce wildcat, circling wolf pack until coming upon the most frightening obstacle, an enormous rattlesnake blocking the entrance, poised to strike. But the snake, too, acquiesced in the face of the boy's gentle bravery. The distant structure appeared in the form of a ceremonial kiva with a ladder descending down. The young adventurer climbed below to find a gathering of priests in ornate blue kilts and decorated faces representing the snake clan's holy order. For ages they sat in silence around a fire pit observing the stranger in their midst. Finally, the high priest calmly packed tobacco into a pipe, smoked it in a ritualized manner, then passed it to the young visitor as means of introduction. Mimicking their precise technique, the young man won their approval, the elder declaring appreciatively, "By custom you have shown yourself as one of us. No ordinary outlander could exhibit such mastery." Next, the group orchestrated an additional test. Transforming a lovely maiden into a vibrant yellow snake, they challenged the young man to pick her out from the heap of writhing serpents slithering across the kiva floor. Guided once more by Spider-Woman's discerning prompts, correctly he grabbed the specified rattler that promptly shape-shifted back into the winsome girl, now promised to him in marriage for passing their trial. In the fire-lit shadows, the snake priest initiated the youth into the ornamented songs, altar-building secrets and costumes inherent to their clan's profound ceremonial legacy. Come dawn, aided by Spider-Woman, he met with the ocean's ancient caretaker who awarded him enchanted beads, recognizing the valor of his dangerous exploits, but forbid peeking into their sack until his homeland was reached to avoid compromising their magic. Together, the young warrior and his new bride trekked back, euphoric over their budding union, though mystified that each morning their cache inexplicably grew heavier in spite of the long road ahead. Unable to restrain himself, the man briefly inspected the trove of beads in the bag, entranced by the vast bounty. But upon waking the next day, all had vanished aside from the initial 4 from the old woman. Such is the cost of misplaced curiosity. Finally, the pair arrived home where they raised children and disseminated the esoteric snake lore, inaugurating vital customs still enacted by Arizona's Hopis today. When summer storms gather, tribal dancers don elaborate masks and skin coverings, swaying as clouds and coils, offering prayers from prep areas adjacent to plazas in order to summon the rains necessary for their cherished corn crops to thrive, just as their ancestor did so very long ago when he too once journeyed far and wide to bring home to his community a deeper covenant with the divine. And so the legend tells of a spiritual people bound to the land, of mystical canyons and shape-shifting snakes, of the young adventurer who bridged worlds and brought home the dance. The saga both explains the snake dance's roots and reflects core Hopi values: reverence for nature, belief in metaphysical realms beyond our understanding, and the importance of rising to meet one's destiny. This concludes our journey through the Hopi past. If you would like more tales from the Southwest, please hit the subscribe button. Leave a like or comment. I would love to hear from you. Happy trails!